Hey guys, I'm here in Chicago today, near the Trump Tower, and walking by it made me think about Donald Trump. And love him or hate him, I think you have to admit he's one of the most anti-fragile presidents in memory. He has dodged more bullets, taken more criticism, battled more people than any politician in recent memory, and he actually comes out stronger many times than before. So I think he might be the most anti-fragile president ever. Welcome back to Anti-Fragile Living. If you're new here, thanks for joining. This is where we talk about living your best life, an anti-fragile life. And by anti-fragile, I mean that you're not only resistant to change, but you are thriving on it. And so today I want to make a slightly different kind of video. I want to talk about and examine a public figure, in this case Donald Trump, so we can learn. So first, to be clear, this is not a pro-Trump video, nor is it an anti-Trump video. In fact, I try to stay away from politics as much as possible. I find that much more relevant things and much more effective things I can do for my mental health, my wealth, my success is, I have much better things to do than worry about power-hungry people trying to, who's going to be in office, and that's trying to run for office, and that's on both sides of the political aisle. So now that disclaimer is out of the way, let's talk about Trump and how he has handled his political career. I think there's four ways. I've identified four ways that I think he's become an anti-fragile master at politics. The first one is resilience to criticism. Trump has faced relentless criticism throughout his political career from both opponents and media outlets. I don't know how many headlines or clickbait titles I've seen referencing how it's over for Trump, or how he's going to lose, how he's going to throw a tantrum, or he is throwing a tantrum, he's raging, he's going to jail, he's the worst president ever, he's ruining democracy. However, instead of being weakened by this criticism, he often seems to thrive on it. See, they're attacking me again, he says. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's just playing the victim, and sometimes it's a conspiracy theory, but these things definitely energize his base, and they further solidify his political stance. Second way Trump is anti-fragile is adaptability and unpredictableness. Trump has shown a remarkable ability to adapt to strategies and messaging in response to changing circumstances. Whether it's in negotiations or political campaigning or policy implementation, he just has a knack for pivoting and adjusting his approach to maintain his relevance, right? One example here is when COVID hit, he was towing the line and he trot out, Fauci and Deborah Birx as this united front. Remember those press conferences? He wanted to give the impression he had things under control, and his restrictions. As restrictions became more unpopular, he's like, they made me shut it down. They said shut it down, shut down the government. And now, of course, Fauci is the devil. In negotiations, Trump's willingness to break with the conventions of diplomatic norms and adopt an unpredictable stance has sometimes worked to his advantage. By keeping his opponents guessing and off balance, he's been able to extract concessions and advance his agenda in ways that more predictable leaders might not have been able to. People don't know what the hell he's going to do. He obviously doesn't care about norms. So when you have a wild card like that, it's hard to negotiate against. Third one I'm going to call controversy as a strength. He's never shied away from controversial statements or actions. Sometimes they've led to backlash, but oftentimes they just keep him in the public eye and reinforce his image as the outsider, the challenger to the status quo. Us against them, drain the swamp. So his ability to harness this controversy and take advantage of that has been a key factor in his political success. As they say, there's no bad publicity, and in this case, it seems to be true. Hey, 1 second, before this last item, if you're liking this video so far, please hit that little thumbs up button, that like button. Better yet, subscribe to this channel. I'd appreciate it. All right, then the final way Trump is anti-fragile is through media manipulation and public speaking. He's a master public speaker. He almost always speaks without notes, and he's very effective. Comes across as authentic. Again, whether you like it or not, he comes across as real. I've never seen anyone handle the media the way he does. He can just walk out of a helicopter, walk up to a group of media, a journalist firing questions at him, and he handles almost all of them in his way. And he rarely gets trapped. He rarely stumbles. And of course, he's effective user of social media platforms. He got banned from Twitter, which is another anti-fragile act that just made some people galvanized even more around him. Now he uses his truth, whatever he's got going on, his truth Twitter duplicate. Of course, he uses traditional media and he communicates, directly with his supporters. So he has his rallies. So by controlling his own narrative, he bypasses these traditional gatekeepers. And he's been able to shape public opinion that way and rally support for himself. During elections, if he thinks the debates have no real cost, benefit, value for him, he just doesn't show up. He doesn't debate. If he does, then he does debate. All right, so what do you think? Do you agree with me? Disagree? What did I miss? Again, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized and make this thing a success. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.